Chickens are good. I do like the chicken mod. I finally, after doing this mod pack so many times, understood the whole idea of the I'm good at math. Hey, if you've been watching this series at all, you'd know I'm actually terrible at math, but I appreciate your attempt to make me feel better. But no, we'll be using the roost method for the chickens, which is a good way to just not hear the clucking like your start and stream updates. Yeah, been doing this long enough where I started to realize, like, it's good to give everyone a little file in time. You know, give everyone the moment to catch up and be ready. I know plenty of streamers who just jump in and start, and for those guys it works, you know. As long as it works for the streamer, that's what matters. I've always liked the idea of like a 10-minute pre-thing so everyone can get in, get comfortable, get situated. The roost method is the best. Yeah, prior to my last playing of this, where I learned the roost one, I was doing the actual, the nesting thing. The clucking drove me to drink so much. I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna just kill something. I had the sound muting blocks, but it didn't matter. So once I discovered the roost method, I'm like, I'd rather take the time to breed like 10 perfect chickens for each resource using the roost method. No, 16. For me, it helped quite how far. Yeah, that too. Like, it just helps you way more. It's a far better system. And I wish I discovered it way sooner. I just never did. All my Minecraft experience is trial and error. Or whatever streamer I watch do something, and I'm like, ooh, that looks cool. I'll try that. Like, I pretty much learned most of my mod knowledge from streamers like Wild and Dead Pine and all them, so like, if they didn't show it in the stream, I had no clue how to do something for a long time. Alright, we're doing good. Wow. Pretty good on glowstone and everything. Uranium's doing good. No experience shrubs yet. Nice. Not bad at all. It's a good start. Hold item and go up to the wall and press P. Wait, hold an item and go up to the wall and press P. Well, that's actually cool. What the fuck? I didn't know you could do that. See? I learn something new every day. I appreciate that little bit of education. That is so cool. I've been playing Minecraft since it came out, and I'm still learning things. And that's probably one of the reasons why I always come back to it. Like, I never feel I've reached a point of knowing everything in the game. I still haven't even played past 1.12. Add item racks. Oh yeah, I like item racks for the aesthetic. It has that look of like, oh, I'm hanging it from something. Also, when I get zombie meat, that's oh, okay, nice. But no, with these, I'm gonna eventually convert them to be like drying racks for zombie flesh when we get the spawner. All right, how many bonsai plants did I make already? I don't think I made a lot. I missed an item. What did I miss? Oh, seeds. Yeah, there occasionally be things I'll do like ahead of time, and I'll use it for something else until I get there. Okay, so we only did 10, 12. We need a lot more. Cooked apples not good enough? No, it's not so much they're not good enough. It's more, I like having the diversity because I think it's Stoneblock too. Some mod packs, the more you eat of an item, the less it rejuvenates over time. So it's just good to have a diversity. And also the wheat, we're going the wheat because we can use it to make, what's it called? The roosts. Sugar because, if I remember correctly, you can use sugar for a lot of things power-wise, or just in general. Melons, because Stoneblock 2 doesn't do that? Okay, well, I guess it's a habit. Also, it's just good to have like a farm area. What was I about to do? Clay. Right. Okay, I need dust. Do I still have any? Yes, I do. Epic bacon is an elite food. I do like epic bacon. That is also another one. I do have 12 of those. Yeah, until I get all the materials to make it, I gotta save the 12 I got. Do I have enough to make more? I don't at the moment. Okay. Let those cook. Where's my book? We could, while I'm waiting, infinite water source. I could do an infinite water source. I probably should do one. I keep saying I was going to before. We'll just put it like right here. Not next to the bed. Actually, I can just rip these up and replace them with the water source. Because I don't need it anymore. Okay. Oop. Well, I don't need them here. I can put them somewhere else if I do need them. I'm going to close it up. Actually, no, 3x3 waters should be infinite. Where are my buckets? What's your power source currently? Currently, this is literally all I have is this room, my smeltering, and little infinite automated thing. Like, I've only been playing for 8 hours. Like, we're still in the early stages. There's no power yet. We're working there. Man, where the hell did I put my buckets? Oh, they're hanging up, aren't they? No, they're not hanging up. Okay, I'm just confused. What the fuck? Oh, you mentioned automatics. Oh, I did know. For those, I have magmatic generators. I made 10 magmatic generators that are being powered by infinite cobble. Cobble generator goes to crucible, makes lava, fills them up, and powers the sieving and all that crap. This is definitely not a big power supply. This is just for this. I swear did I use the buckets to make something? I don't remember. I might have. That was 24 hours ago. 24 hours ago, me doesn't remember. It's fine, I can make more buckets anyway. That's bigger than most people's furs. I admit, I spent a lot of time watching Achievement Hunter and those guys, and Jack did a Stoneblock file once. Not the Achievement Hunter one, but on his own. And the minute I saw his 2 magmatic gens, yeah, I kind of go big or go home a lot. I rarely will do the whole I'll just do a little bit. It's always bigger go home. Right, I forgot. I can use the water from my farm. Because that's infinite water. The joys of being a scatterbrain. But no, after watching Jack doing his infinite setup for that, I'm like, oh, I can just make 10 magmatics. I'll just sieve through to get all the gold and make it. It wouldn't be that big a deal. And also, I just realized I need that to do this. But, I got ahead of myself. Again, scatterbrained. It's been a week, so if you don't react, you'd make 30. Okay, just because I did that once doesn't mean I'm going to do it again. My first reactor was 45 by 45, I think. Again, I watch a lot of Go Big or Go Home Minecrafters, and I just didn't realize that was the Go Big or Go Home. When I first discovered Sky Factory, you said Go Bigger. Yeah. But no, when I first discovered Sky Factory, the streamer made they made a mob spawner, of course, and it was an extreme one. Used conveyor belts, cursed earth, etc. It was 2 paths going horizontally, and from those 2 paths had 25 on each side, 10 block long paths extending from that. And the conveyor belts would push them into the 2 paths, push them in the middle, and kill them in diamonds. I recreated thinking, oh yeah, that makes total sense, not realizing you don't need to make it that big. Because I'm just like, no, that's what they made. Why would I make something else? When my file crashed after a while because of all the when the entities was too much and I file crashed, I realized that maybe I went a little too over the top. I was never needing in resources though. Like the amount of fucking Enderman I had, like I had enough materials. And also it's just a challenge. Can I actually make it? It's fun. As some would say, it makes content. Like, watch the dumbass make something that's over the top. It's one of the reasons why I've joked that if I ever did a mod pack with friends, I would have to be both the parent of the group, but also the one that they rein in because he's going to be the mad genius who comes with a bad idea. Sounds good in theory, but it'd be terrible in practice. I normally make a 7x7 reactor, then 15, then rainbow generators sometimes. Also make 32 and forward. Yeah, no, I get that. Last time I actually worked with generators, I made a 15x15 because I was being conservative with what I had on me. It just, I knew it was perfectly fine. There was nothing wrong with it. It just felt like it was lacking. So when I got to the 3032, well, 32x32, it just felt better. I've still never made a draconic reactor that worked. I always screw it up somehow. But I think it's just because I rush it. And that's on me. I own that. Draconic Revolution takes, like, actual paying attention to the book. I ignore that a lot. Oh, I know they don't make that much. I usually do it just for the look what I made. It's a glowing orb of power. It's more the look at my things. If you want good power, learn mechanism fission reactors. I have looked into those, but I have not tried making one yet because when I looked at the tutorial, I was like, that is way more time than I'm willing to sit through while I'm streaming it. That was I learn off stream and come back and try, not a learn while in the middle of streaming. I think the best power I got, in terms of consistent power, not a lot, but just consistent, was something simple like water wheels. Water wheels and windmills were actually my most consistent because I was able to make more and more to meet my needs, and it never plummeted below what I needed. Plus, there was just the satisfaction in making them. Dang it, I just like immersive engineering. I always liked having like rows of water wheels just chilling out. My most consistent is a fission reactor at 2, 4, 7 zeros, so that would be 180 million? Million, yes. No, million. Either way, that's a lot of zeros. I hate the fact that I can see it all, but my eyes are that kind of thing where it's like if it's multiple zeros, I kind of just like space out on the exact amount, so I gotta count them individually. 180 million, okay. It's not dyslexia, it's the number one. Where just it rearranges where I'm like, wait, did I count that or not? Having both dyslexia and the number version of it suck. Especially because you can't remember what they're called. I'm gonna need stack of dirt. I might be able to grab it from my auto sieves. Just because of how much it's making. I'm also gonna need a lot of emeralds. Just to buy all the saplings. I think I have that. I do that all the time, but I can read numbers without lots of repetitive numbers. Yeah, no, if it's not repetitive, your eyes seem fine, but if numbers start repeating, you'll start swapping them. That's my problem. So the more zeros in a number, I have to sit there and count them individually, or I'll screw up and be like, that's not what it should be. But if you gave me something like pi, I can probably read it fine. That being said, never ask me to recite pi. Like 95483759878. I can, yeah, exact. No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, as long as it's not repeating over and over, my eyes are fine. You give me a lot of zeros after another, my brain's gonna be like 3.1459. Yep, that's as far as I'll ever go. You asked me to go beyond the 9, I'm gonna be looking at you like you need to pay me then. Put that there because we don't have a lot of emeralds to buy saplings. I know someone who can go 20 places after the 9 for pi, and I'm just like, they go 20 places all the time, and I'm just like, why do you have to show off? Like, no one cares. It's pi. Shut up. I get it. You know math. And they don't do it because they Google it. They just know it by heart. It's like, wow. And don't get me wrong, I'm the person who does that with history. I know history facts that no one gives two shits about. It's just one of those, like, we get it. That's the one thing you have over all of us. Why are you like this? It's always in good fun. Actually, hold on. I want to see something. Not this one. Storage, no. Chickens, that's, I know that one. Okay, this one. Crafting seeds, Inferium. Okay. So I'm going to eventually make planters for all this. That's what I was going to. Okay. Conic Evolution. I think I just have to make the book. That one, right? There it is. Okay, that is what I thought. Okay. I know a lot by heart. Hey, for those who know it, I give you, like, major props. Just math and I have been mortal enemies since, like, my childhood. So there's, like, a mutual disagreement between me and numbers. I'm a writer. I'll stick to my lane. As long as numbers leave me alone, I'll leave them alone. Actually, no, I'll start making the chicken room at least. I can just start digging that up. 3.141. Tongue-tied. That time I could read it, but my mouth did not speak it. 3.141592653589793234626 4338232795028841971. Dear God, how come I can read it, but my mouth is like, yeah, you can't talk that fast. 1, 2. I think there's a song about pi, and I think that's how a lot of people started memorizing it. I forget. I think it was like a ska band that made a song about it. I could be remembering that wrong too. Okay, need some stairs. Chicken room we're gonna put deep in the ground just in case I have to make noise. I don't want to hear it at all. God forbid a chicken hatches and gets loose. I don't want to hear the clucking. And plus, it's just, this provides a little bit of diversity. I can speak really fast. People get annoyed at me. I can sing at Eminem's. That's a talent. Like, never let anyone put you down for that kind of crap. If you can do it without getting tongue-tied, that is a skill. Like, I talk fast naturally, and I have to put in effort to not do so. Oftentimes, I'll bite the side of my mouth or my tongue because I'm trying to speak at a decent pace. But no, like, to sing or talk at that speed and be fluent in it, that is a skill. Let no one tell you otherwise. Why didn't I do that? I don't know. Whatever. I don't care. I probably just forgot. I probably literally just forgot to put these down. Anyway. Streaming has helped me slow down my speech because I know if I want to be understood, I have to be specific in how fast my talking is. But there'll still be instances where I will just ramble and no one will understand a word I say. Thankfully, I can fix it by just like retracing what I said and doing it again. Or in some cases, subtitles. Do you have one of those friends who struggle understanding basic English and you could say something very slightly complicated? Yeah, I went to a really, really redneck high school. When I spoke at my level, which was like by most people's educated, because I read a lot, I would actually have people look at me like I was speaking a foreign language. It extended to the point that I remember in senior year, it's going back to 2008, we were reading reading aloud in class, and the passage had the word colonel, like the military rank. I read colonel. Half the class looked over like, that's not colonel, that's colonel. I'm like, I went into a tirade about how like I was annoyed with the fact they didn't understand like basic English, but then I realized like it's because no one ever taught it to them. I don't get annoyed as much, but there are still days where I'll catch myself being like frustrated over someone's lack of English. Hell, even in my own family, me, my brother and sister will say words. My mother, grandmother, or stepfather will look at me like, what are you saying? There is sometimes a lack of comprehension. It happens. For me, I blame on because I'm a writer. I have learned to use more diverse English, and I'm aware that sometimes the words I think are common aren't. Like, and this isn't a good example, but it's just a point that I prove. I always forget that nonetheless is one word, not 3 words. One day I'm gonna fucking remember. Or, my editor always yells at me for using like 10 words where 1 will do fine. I'm like, but the 10 are good words. Like, let me use my 10 words. Why are you doing this? And she'll be like, no, just use the 1 word, please, for the love of God. Simple it for people. Okay, start. Talking to one of those friends, I'm like, yeah, I'll say, yeah, no, that happens. I guess the advice I would give, if you're looking for advice on that kind of situation, try, and don't do this overtly, and like, don't do it to make them feel stupid. Do it in a way that like benefits them. Use occasional better like concepts, words, or whatever, but educationally, like, in a way that they can figure it out contextually. That way, subconsciously, they'll learn new stuff, and they'll eventually be up on par with you, and you won't have to do it again anymore. That's what I found works. It doesn't always, obviously, but it will if you do it enough, and you're very strategic with how you do it. It's also sometimes fun because it makes you challenge yourself to be like, okay, how can I contextually give them a new phrasing in a way that they'll learn without me being like patronizing? Because you don't want to patronize anyone. That's not fair. Because oftentimes these people don't know something not of their own volition. It just was never taught to them. Which actually makes me sad most of the time, because like, guys, education failed you and I feel bad. Like, I mean, I'm working on that. Because it's a chicken room, I'm thinking like, I could try making it like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not hexagonal. Shit. Is it hexagonal the word I'm looking for? Maybe. No, octagonal. I'm also going to start putting the slants in the corners for some rooms. I just got to like make those when I have wood. Yeah, I have a like blueprint on my computer. I just don't want to open it right now, where it's you make them a certain size and you put slants to make it like octagonal. Yeah, octagon. 8. Thank you. And it's also just a lot of counting, and I hate counting. Yeah, octagonal. I think that's my least favorite thing. I've come to conclude it's a mental illness thing, or neurodivergent. You have the words in your head, but between the brain and the mouth, it gets lost, and you start fumbling, and you feel stupider than you are, and you just trip over English. You love math. If you love math, do you actually like D&D? That's a good question, though. because everyone I know who hates math loves D&D. I think being good at English is something everyone can be. I just think they don't give themselves enough credit. What people aren't good at is MLA format and oops. Never seen D&D? Never tried D&D? Oh my god, I feel that's unfortunate. Like, D&D is fun if you like RPG. But no, I think a lot of people are good at English. They're bad at MLA format or anything like that. Because schools beat that into us, and we think we're bad at it when we're not. Because I found after I graduated high school, I was fantastic at reading, writing, all that. I was bad at the I don't know what to call it, the curriculum standard of English. I also just didn't like the books we were forced to read, because a lot of them just weren't that entertaining or engaging, or they just aged out. Like, I slept a lot through English class, which is probably not a good thing. I passed, but I probably should not have done that. But no, D&D is fun. It's a good way to flex your creativity, your improv skills, as well as roll clicky-clack math dice. Okay, I gotta remember, I think it's like 160-something chickens in Stoneblock 2. I actually have a spreadsheet for these things. Okay, chickens. Okay, there are 124 chickens. So using 3 sides, 124. Hold on. No, 2 sides, because the one wall is going to be directly for all the collection. So 124, 2. 62 divided by 3 would be... Should it be 3 or should it be 4? Can't divide 62 by 3 or 4. Fuck. I'm in the same dilemma I was in with the trees. Actually, hold on. I think there are eggs I just don't wind up making. It's like, hold on, which is it? I hate it when my old PE teachers used to put you in the lowest group on the, like, only sport you're good at. They just assume you failed 8 classes, that you're bad at this one too. This one too happened to me with table tennis. We didn't get to play table tennis in my high school. I'm kind of envious. Not that I would have loved it, but like, I wish I got to play that. We did volleyball, baseball, basketball, and football. I'm a soccer player, so I didn't get to play any sport I liked. So I purposely just bombed PE, and I would just show up and walk the track for credit. But no, I do understand that vibe. Unfortunately, PE is one of those classes where unless you're athletic, it kind of was a shot in the foot. Alright, where was I doing this? I'm not going to use the smart chicken. That being said, hold on. We may not have to worry about 120. We'll do 60. So we'll do 30 on each side. No, not 30 on each side. 60, 60. We did Batman too. I just forgot about that one. We didn't do cricket. Forgot. America, we don't do cricket. Duh. I'm like, wait, cricket? What? I was actually like, wait, why didn't we do that? America. Football, we did. Table tennis and volleyball. See, it's funny. I think I was going to like volleyball. I don't like it. But I'm not bad at it, and I was surprised. So I was like, oh. I'm not awful, but I hate this game. Okay, so it's 3 rows on both sides, 120. I'm having 60, so it has to be 20 long. Okay. We'll make it like 25. 3. Excuse me. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. I wish we did boxing. I will admit that. I did martial arts outside of school for most of my high school years, and I miss all that. That was a very good outlet and a very good way for me to Do I know how I'm going to start them? Yeah, I have an idea I'm going to start them. I was just doing math in terms of like how big the room had to be for what I wanted. And I was just in my own head for that. And I'm just like, wait, I can do this. I'm going to start it with the like the logs and everything. I'm going to make the roosts and all that and just go from, and what I usually do is I'll make like a set of 9 roosts to breed them all, and then I'll start like filling them in. I'm not sure if my way is like the most efficient in terms of like time, but it gives me something to come back and check every now and again. I know plenty of people are always like, oh, use the thing that speeds it up, the bottle of time, and I'm like, see, if I do that though, I finish it sooner, and then I need something else to do. I'm best when I have multiple things to do so I can bounce off. It's the normal way. Also, I should make a bottle. Like, yeah, I will make one, but I'm not going to rely on it. I know people who just rely on the bottle, and they just don't like to take the time to do any of it. Because also with chickens, some of it I can do off stream. Like obviously not making the new ones, but breeding like the 10-10-10, whatever the rate is. I can do a lot of that off stream and just let that happen overnight. 3, so that's 9, no. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. I use the bottle normally when I get to like, no, that's, yeah, exactly. When you get to the later tier chickens where they actually take like what, 4 or 5 minutes to hatch one egg, yeah, then use the bottle. But the first like what, 3 tiers, wait 5 minutes, go do something else. Like you can go do anything else in the game. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. No, like with Ender Pearls, I get that. Because like there's Ender, Draconium, Awakened Draconium, Mana, Terra, and Moonstone, I think. Not Moonstone, Elementium. Where like it's all the magic ones. It's like, yeah, I just don't have the patience to wait. Then I'll use the bottle. Because then it's like, this makes sense. I've in the past had someone be like, oh, it's a log chicken, you use a bottle of time. And I'm like, for a log chicken? Are you fucking serious? No. That's dumb. If you start chickens late enough, you can already get... Well, that too. The acceleration wand actually is another option I could use. And also just because I'm starting the room now, just means I'm going to start, like, in-depth chickens. Like... I can tell it might bother some, and I apologize to them, but it's like, it's how my brain works. I will start a section, work on it for a bit, and then hop to something else. Just so I don't get fixated and stuck. I gotta go repair my hammer. So by the time I get to those later chickens, I may actually have the wand. And just be like, boop, boop, boop. And then save myself all the time in the world. The real joke is just doing it with friends and have them do all the hard work and you go do something else. Minecraft becomes infinitely faster when there's like 4 or 5 people in the room. Then you just divvy up tasks. Good mob farms that give epic loot crates. Yep. I love mob farms because like all the good shit comes out of them. I like having not low ceilings. It just makes me feel like I'm not claustrophobic. Eventually the goal will be having a regular mob farm, a wither farm. What form of killing do you use? Normally, I forget if it's in... Have spikes. Yeah, normally I'll make a room with cursed earth and diamond spikes and conveyor belts, just so that way I can just leave it and just, you know, come back and come and go. I like the passive killing, so that I can just leave the room and let it do it on its own. I know some who do the, what's the method they use? I think this isn't Stoneblock, but I knew someone who would purposely make the portal turrets and just let them go. Should use the mob masher because you can. I have not tried the masher, and that may be an option I use because it's, as you said, upgradable and just overall more effective sometimes. It is an option. Also, because I know in Stoneblock 2, getting cursed earth is just a hassle compared to the masher. So if I remember right, you have to actually like get drop of evil, right? Yeah, you have to get drop of evil. Like looting, the masher just seems like a way simpler method opposed to the going through the process of getting cursed earth. I like the old method, the ritual, but I get why they changed it for the later versions. It does not mean I don't miss making a high moon sacrifice. Getting cursed earth is easy job. Are they a quest reward? No. In all my time playing Stoneblock, I've never got it as a quest reward. The most common item, well, repetitive item I've gotten is you do cursed earth and a mob masher. Ooh, I should try that. But no, it could be a later reward then, because I never got it as a reward. The most common thing I'll get is the upgrades. I'll get like the Signalium upgrades and all that. I keep thinking like there's gotta be a reason why I'm not getting anything else. It also could just be like the RNG for me versus you. Huh. Interesting. It also could, no, it can't be that because I never touched the configs. I was say it could be a config thing, but I didn't change any of my configs. I'm not smart enough to go through the configs of a mod pack. I'll break something. It does not mean I don't consider it. By the way, I am on the CurseForge. I used to use the FTB app, but it started making my computer run slower while I was streaming the games. CurseForge seems to give me less of that problem. I do still have the FTB and the AP launcher though, because there, I think, to my knowledge, there's still some admin mods that are only on those two. CurseForge stopped updating. Yeah, they did stop updating. That could be the reason. Because I'm probably using a version that's like out of date by comparison. For all its perks, CurseForge is not the perfect solution. It's not. I got it on CurseForge as well. There, now I can actually like not feel like I'm gonna be crushed by the ceiling. Also, high ceilings are just nice. I say as I have a room with a high ceiling. Alright, so the roosts. The roost will go along these walls. Multi-MC is another launcher. Ooh! I haven't heard about that one. I have to go look that one up after stream then. It's always good to have alternatives. If only just because one may just not be the benefit for the day. I don't need all this cobble, so I'm just going to delete it all. I should make a dev. Wait, do dev nulls exist? Yeah, they do. Okay, I can still make dev nulls. I should make a dev null, but I know the minute I do, I'm going to regret it. Screw it. Better to have one and not need it. Fixes all the glitches and unknown errors you get. It's... Ooh. You had me at getting rid of glitches and errors. I like those. I think that's my biggest problem with Sky Factory 4. It could have just been my installation version, but I kept getting unknown errors for Sky Factory 4. I haven't finished it because of that. That, and I just was not a fan of how the setup was. Love the premise, didn't like Sky Factory 4. Okay. Yeah, I didn't. Only thing I liked about 4 was we had the option to change the thing. That's my main thing. I didn't like the trees. Like, I liked what they were like. Okay, I love the bonsai planters. I do. I don't like them that much. I'm sorry. I would have been fine if like we could still do other saplings, but not every resource. That was over the top. But no, I will say Sky Factory 4, I did like that we could do the crash landing starting. That was fun. I like the crash landing option. We start out in the it's all dust. That's cool because I liked that mod pack. It was a nice nostalgic vibe. But the trees, so many problems. I think I was like, I had finished every tree and I'm like, you know what? I spent more time making trees than I did spend time on making chickens in like previous games. I'm done. I turned it off and just never went back to it. Them Dollar Tree to... Yeah, no, I agree. Again, it was a cool concept. Like the idea they were going for. They just, it was a bad execution in my opinion. Again, I love Sky Factory to death, just not 4. I downloaded the Sky Factory 1 remake that they just released, and I can't wait to try it. 3 was Chef Kiss. Yeah, no, 3 has major replayability, and that's one of my favorite things about it. I can always just boot up a Sky Factory 3 and just play. And not have regrets. Don't get me wrong. I wish there were some things in it from later versions, but for what it is, I'm content. I can just play and be happy. I think Sky Factory 3 is also a good Stoneblock 2 has major. So yeah, Stoneblock 2, Sky Factory 3, Infinity Evolved 1.710, and I need to check what it is. What is the other one? Oh, and Galacticraft always had replayability for me. Those ones I could always go back to. I have a hard time finding new mod packs because of those ones being so replayable for me. Like, I love doing Infinity Evolved on hardcore mode, with it changes all the recipes on me, just to remind myself I need to relearn everything. But no, Sky Factory 3 and Stoneblock are 2 of my favorite packs because they're so replayable. Even if I don't beat them, I can just jump in again and start over. I was gonna do something. Oh yeah, I have to check my emeralds, so I get more saplings and shit. Like I said, just... I love how some of the mod packs are just perfect. I do want to do... I remember trying... It may not be popular for everyone. A lava block. That was like Stoneblock and Sky Factory. It was all lava except for one starting block, and you had to branch out. Cool concept. I never finished it though. I have no idea if it was actually worth it or not. Same. I do wish we had the opportunity to do some free servers, because I would totally grab all my friends and be like, yo, I am teaching you mods. Let's go. Not saying that the servers they're not too expensive. Ocean Block, yep. I do remember the Ocean Block one. I haven't tried it though. I do have it downloaded. Okay, which ones do I have? I need to actually look at my saplings. We'll put these in here. Okay, just so I can not buy doubles, because emeralds are a resource that I don't have all of them. Okay. I left off. I don't even have this. Fucking goddamn. Hazelnut, gooseberry, chestnut, sour soap, plum, cherry. Okay. I think the last one on the list would be hazelnut, pomegranate, grapefruit, lemon, passion fruit, jackfruit, paper bark. Should probably get the paper bark first. Papaya, nutmeg, pear, walnut, apple, paw, chestnut. Okay, chestnut. I don't think I have the papa. I didn't say papa, so we get that one. Apples. You know those memes where it's like society if blank was blank? I just imagine one where it's society if modern Minecraft. 100% agree. Not even gonna disagree with that even in a slight tiny bit. I can't disagree with that. My main reason for it too is because on the console, technically, you can do it for free. Because of like, to my understanding anyway, of the Xbox versions, you don't need to pay for servers. You just don't have to. Unless unless they change that. I haven't played on a console in years, so they could have changed that for all I know. Actually, I just want to make the dirt. Fuck it. Let's just the old-fashioned way. I don't want to wait for the things to be full. Now, like, a friend of mine, I mean, you can do small mod packs for free. Yeah, you can do that. But, like, if I want to do Stoneblock, I need a Stoneblock server. Which, you know. And again, I understand the premise. I just don't like it. As a Nick Fury once said, I understand the council's made a decision, but I've elected to ignore it as it is a stupid-ass decision. Like, I could make a mod pack to run it on Java, and it would be just a vanilla plus. I could do that no problem. But I want my friends to experience this type of mod pack, and I can't do that on Java. Not as long as, you know, they are the way they are. And it's just a shame. Okay. I believe I have a spreadsheet for these two so I can get them in alphabetical, because I'm a stickler for shit like that. Stoneblock to run smoothly at without restrictions, like 20 a month. That's not bad. I'm not saying it's good, but that's actually not bad. Yeah, no, like, there's a vast majority of my friends who can run mods, but just haven't done it before. I've considered shelling out the money for a Sky Factory or Stoneblock as a welcome to mods. I will bridge that whole, you've never done this before. I've done enough to, like, walk you into it, and then we go from there. It's just a problem with scheduling. Like, scheduling time to game with friends is a nightmare. Like, right now, I have one D&D game a night, a week. My monograph is on a MacBook. Damn, that's impressive. Kudos. Right now, Sunday's my D&D night. We used to do Thursday nights, Dark Souls 3 with me and two friends, but that stopped for now. Tuesday used to be... Well, Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on when we were doing it, was Siege Night for 4 of us. A while back, a friend and I would do just like team up casual games. Every Tuesday, we'd do a Team Up Tuesday. We would do Resident Evil 5, 6, or Overwatch. Like, just scheduling was so much easier when we were younger. The older you get, it's harder even to get friends to have time to game with. And I hate it. To any future person on YouTube or person that comes in to watch the VOD later, don't grow up, it's a trap. No, the droid alerted me that it's been an hour. Oh shit, it's actually on time. It's never on time. The droid's actually at the right time. I gasp. If that's the case,